I saw a lot of people talk about Plan B in the live chat and on X. Some people love him, some people hate him. He's predicting that Bitcoin will hit $1 million by the end of 2025. I don't know if that's going to be true. I think that's a little bit too bullish, even by my standards. But who's to say it won't happen? If the institutions FOMO with their billions and trillions of dollars, maybe it will happen, or maybe it won't. But we know Bitcoin's going to end up being a lot higher than where it is now, so who cares, right? So who cares? All we know is it's going to be higher. So bullish crossover on the 5-day chart. You could see the last 2 times we had this happen, Bitcoin went up over 70%, 79% back in October. Yes, October, which is coming in less than a week. Last time this happened, October brought us 79% gains. And then we had it happen again earlier this year around the March timeframe where we went up 74%. We're about to have that bullish crossover once again. Again, the stars are aligning. We're about to head into October with great macro conditions because of the liquidity injections, right? So do the math. Are we going to go up 70% from our current level? What would that, I'm just curious. What does that mean? 70%. So that means if we take our 64,000 right now and then we times it by 1.7, that would bring us up to $110,000 if we follow the same pattern. I did say that I believe Bitcoin will be in 6 figures by the end of the year. Do I believe that we will hit it in October? No, but this is not saying that we're going to hit it in October. But by the end of this year, to 100, 110, that's exactly what this is showing. This is what I said. 6 figures by the end of this year. I've said that many, many times. Let's stick with it. And if this is true, if we're following previous patterns, that is what we will see. And people that panic sold or not bought the dip when we had our opportunity at 49,000 just like a month ago, or 52,000 or whatever, they will regret it. Addresses with at least 1 Bitcoin. 1 million unique wallets holding at least 1 Bitcoin, right? So that sounds like a lot. A lot of you guys do have at least 1 Bitcoin, so that's great. And 1 million does sound a lot. But 1 million out of 8 billion really isn't that much, right? So if you can attain at least 1 Bitcoin, if you could get at least 1, you will be putting yourself in a really good spot. I think 0.27% of the world, which is really, really good. Keep in mind, 1 million unique wallets does not mean you have 1 million users too, because many people in crypto have like a dozen wallets or more, right? So honestly, that 1 million, it's really maybe like 100,000 people, okay? It's not even like a million people. So bottom line is, if you could get yourself to become a whole coiner and get at least 1 Bitcoin, which isn't easy to do. A lot of people think, oh, it's easy to get 1 Bitcoin. It's not. You have to have $64,000 to have 1 Bitcoin. There's almost virtually no one that around the world really could just pull out $64,000 from a bank account and buy a Bitcoin, right? There's a very, very small number of people that can, but for virtually everyone else that's working at 9 to 5, that's impossible. But how you could do it is DCA every day, right? Every day, a little bit at a time until you get it. And that's how so many people that have watched me over the years have attained at least 1. And now they're working on their 2nd or 3rd or the 5th or the 10th. Just DCA over the long haul. That's it. Really that simple. I can't wait. Speaking of Plan B, relative strength in the RSI, right? This is showing where we are in the cycle. As you can see, we're nowhere close to the previous tops. What this is showing is, yes, the parabolic phase, the parabolic run is coming. We're at that point when we start heading higher, right? Starting from October, and it's going to carry us into the new year. And 2025 is going to be more bullish than even this year. That's how it always works. I showed a video recently from back in January of 2023 when Bitcoin was like 20,000 or less, or 10,000. And I made some predictions, broader predictions. And I said we will hit a new high in 2024 and we will hit 200,000 plus in 2025. Let's see if it comes true. So far, I'm like 3 for 3. The fourth one will be next year. And all signs are pointing to we will have a fantastic year next year. Nothing is going to stop that. Here's another one. Adam and Eve, double bottom. If you are a chartist, again, showing a consolidation and going up. Here's a giant cup and handle that's been forming since 2022. It looks like we're about to break above. And again, when we break above, where are we going? Much higher. All signs are pointing upwards, right? You just have to have patience. You just have to have faith and believe and just HODL and DCA. That's it. That's the winning formula, and you will be rewarded. It's just that simple. All right. That's pretty much it. Let's see. The US market is doing really well today. Everything is still in the green. MicroStrategy having a really good day, plus 4% right now. That's always good. MicroStrategy is the only stock since 2020, the number one performing stock at S&P 500, the only stock that has outperformed NVIDIA. So take a second and think about that. How amazing that is to outperform even NVIDIA. So that shows you the only thing more popular than AI is Bitcoin, right? NVIDIA is going up because it's a monopoly and it's hot because of AI. But the only stock that's hotter is MicroStrategy, and that's because they have fully gone all in on Bitcoin. So you could argue Bitcoin is the only thing hotter than AI.